Then we have Chris Naughton. Chris Naughton is managing the job subcommittee. He's the one that's going out to Blackbaud and talking to Tony Boer and Michael Aquilano with the Diocese of Charleston. These are already companies that have committed to take a team of students. We're in conversation with Roper St. Francis, Volvo, Boeing. There have been so many open arms, and Chris and Gene D'Agostino as one of the chairs, they're going hard in those areas. Paul Heinauer, he just had us in a conversation with Nelson Mullins the other day, who is already doing pro bono work for us. So they've already committed in their own way to help us get this off the ground. So these are just some of the people that are doing the yeoman's work needed to take this off the ground. Mary Nemeth just had an event last night, a private event at someone's home where we kind of explain the model and what we're doing, and that's going to be something we continue to do, and we're going to be having more of those events where we can open it up to more people to learn about what we're doing and how they can support. But, you know, the families that are supporting this and the people, and I'm sure I've missed some names, but, you know, just the people that have stepped up and are going out committed to trying to do this. Debbie Morris on our fundraising committee. She's the one that just is applying to foundations and grants. Like, that's what her background is. And so I'll just throw out some names. Let's check on such and such and such. She said, yeah, I'm familiar with that. Let me follow up. Just that kind of work is true Southern hospitality, true commitment to, I'm not just going to open the door and welcome you. Let's get to work together.
Right. And so, with all these efforts, you know, again, a couple of questions I was going to ask about the religion part, and the big question is, what about your sports? What about your sports component? How was that? You know, I see you post a couple of things on Instagram, but the high school, the
yes.
team in Atlanta.
Yes.
Give us some feedback on those things. I know the community want to know about what about the sports? What about the sports?
Well, I'm excited about that. I'm excited about that because when I worked in Cristo Rey Atlanta, as a network, it's no secret that our focus is academics and the corporate work study program. You know, the ability to get these students graduated and 100% accepted into college, 100% graduated, you know, college scholarships flowing. Those two things, the corporate work study resume that's built and the academics that they're capable of, prepare them. You know, like we say, it's college ready and career prepared. But what's so exciting is as we grow as a network, we're starting to see these pockets of schools that still focus on that, but are also achieving high level of success athletically as well, that are also having D1 students get academic and athletic scholarships. So the exciting thing is our team in Atlanta, Georgia, and I coach them as a JV team, so I love those young men dearly, and I'm so excited to see their success. They just made it to state. We were in a Catholic Metro League 2 years ago this time, Jamel, and just, you know, playing on Sunday afternoons. And last couple of years we made a decision, let's get in the main conference here in Georgia. Let's see what that looks like. And with the right coach, there's a Georgia Tech former basketball player that's coaching them. He has one of his buddies that's, you know, assistant coaching, and they've really modeled them and formed them with the focus of get this part done, and then let's show what we can do on the court as well. Right. So once again, like we mentioned earlier, it's not an either or, it's a both and. Right. And I think Atlanta is a leading model of that, showing, hey, not just the boys, the girls basketball team is going to state as well.
Wow.
The boys soccer team went to state last year.
Wow.
So I think Atlanta is a great model of great academics. You know, a very financially sustainable model, doing well, good endowment. The community has involved and poured into them. Now a great athletic status as well, and continuing on. And I think that's telling those communities in Atlanta, we recognize what's important. Nice. It's not just either or, it's both and. So come on and let's make this happen. We're going to have some D1 athletes, and I can see that same conversation happening here in Charleston when I talk to the Pastor Matthew Rivers, when I speak with you, when I see the emphasis on athletics and academics and workforce development here in Charleston. I can see that the Cristo Rey here is going to be that model.
Nice. So, you know, as we go into closing, the main question is, where is Cristo Rey? Where is that? What's the opening date? What's the site? Where it's going to be? Talk about that. and let the community know, what's the timeline of
Sure.
and also, how can they get involved? Because it's depending on what's the opening time, it's a target market that we're going to be focusing on. Talk about those things.
So the target opening is going to be fall 22. And that seems like a long way off, but realistically, we're in January or February now of 20. So fall 21 for school years next year, and there's just no way we're going to be prepared for that. There's a lot of fundraising still to do. We have to develop and find the site. So all those committees that I mentioned that are working so hard, still a lot of work to get forward into doing. So fall 22, we're excited to have our opening there.
DAE TV, find better life.